So
Great,
it will be a
Zakaria.
value.
Pleasure to meet you. Let's
Yeah,
see, we
yeah,
can have a good half an hour where everybody can benefit from what
correct,
we
correct.
talk.
Definitely, definitely. First of all, I'd like to give you a quick intro about you. So today, it's my actually privilege to have you, Hriday G Sarat sir, in Unfiltered Journey. So our guest is Hriday G Sarat, an MBA graduate, from the prestigious FMS Delhi, a 12 plus time cat taker, and a 100 percentiler in VARC. He's also been an ex-assistant commissioner with the government of India and holds a top UPSC entrance rank. But beyond his personal milestones that he achieved, what makes him truly remarkable is his role now as an educator, as a mentor. He's currently the founder and director of AnkGanit, one of the most elite cat coaching institutes in India, which is present in the capital of India, which is Delhi. Connaught Place. With over 15 years of experience guiding students into IIMs and for other top base schools. So, if anyone who is preparing for CAT, dreaming of IIMs, or just looking for clarity and direction in their career, I believe that this podcast will be really helpful for them. So, let's dive into the journey of a man who lives the grind, cracked the codes, and continues to uplift thousands of lives through education. And I was a student of Sir. I like when I was preparing for my CAT. So before, it was a great time, like doing the coaching in Anganit. So what my experience was, the coaching I felt was very different. Ankit Gaur sir, an excellent mathematics like uh, teacher who taught us, how to, think beyond. And also, I still remember Sir used to give us books to read every week, the novels, and like to be very honest, the vocab, the writing skills, and he used to ask the writer summaries of each and every novel. I've forgot the novels what was being given, but to Sir with Love, Tuesdays with Maurice, something like that. I still remember. Yeah, it was really fun. And so, without any further delay, let's start with the first question that I have for you. So, do you want to say something before the podcast?
No, thank you so much, Zakaria, for having me. It's always a pleasure to meet all students, and you are one of my favorite students. Go ahead, let's start.
Yes. So you're from Delhi and based in Mumbai. So the hopefully we could connect with the Zoom meeting. Thank you so
Right.
much. So my first question is like, you have taken CAT over like 12 times. How is it like for first timer in who takes a CAT? We also took it like it's very nervous. So is it still, do you feel nervous, or it's a kind of a warm up thing that you just go and give the exam?
Okay, good question. First of all, what is nervousness? Nervousness means we have put in some effort. We are attached to the result. We have tried so hard that we have expectations that we will get something out of it. That pressure builds up on us, which is why we become nervous. So, normally for me, as a cat trainer, I have nothing at stake. I don't have my future at stake. I don't have a B school at stake. So, for me, most years, there is no pressure. This year, I had gone CAT 2024 when I scored 100 percentile. I had gone in with the specific target of getting 100 percentile. So, yes, that built pressure on me. And it really was difficult for me in the exam because I'd put artificial pressure on myself. That is where I want to tell students about a technique called box breathing. Have you heard
Okay.
of US Navy SEALs? US Navy SEALs use this technique to stay calm even in
Yeah.
difficult circumstances. It's a very simple breathing technique, a very simple breathing technique which calms you down. I did it in the exam. I recovered my composure once I got nervous. I recovered my composure.
So I
And
think
as you
it
can see, I
calms
scored
the
100.
parasympathetic nervous system, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You're absolutely right. It calms the parasympathetic nervous system. So I'd recommend all CAT aspirants who are writing test series to check this out. Box breathing. Box breathing is a very effective tool for becoming calm in stressful situations. So yes, this year I became stressed and I used box breathing to calm down.
So that's a really wonderful, technique that you shared in box breathing. I've
Right.
heard about it, but never practiced that. Yeah.
Right. Happens sometimes. Go ahead.
Seriously. So, CAT is, as we all know, it's not an easy exam, and so the level of competition is also very high. So, I see some people they don't want to give gap years, but I also had gap years, but that's absolutely fine. But some people they think, okay, I'm finishing my graduation and I'd like to take the CAT for this year. So for those students, like they have like particularly for 3 4 months of the preparation, what is it possible to crack CAT with a 3 month strategy?
First of all, there is nothing called cracking cat. The point where you begin are different, the point where you end are different. For example, if you already are very high IQ kind of person, you can crack cat even with 1 month of preparation. In contrast, if you are someone who needs a lot of help, you will need assistance, you will need to really work hard.
Correct.
So, in any case, there is no one answer. But for an average student, if you have 4 months, these are the four things you must do. First is build concepts for CAT. Concepts for CAT, especially in quant. So, if you are weak, I would recommend joining a coaching. If you're very
Correct.
weak, an offline coaching is better. If you're strong, joining online coaching is fine. So first thing you need to do is build concepts for CAT. Second thing is reading. You should read at least 10 good quality non-fiction books. Non-fiction authors like Dan Ariely, Nassim Nicholas Taleb, Daniel Kahneman, Steven
Then
Pinker, brilliant scholars in K passages. Har saal, every year CAT features these guys.
Morgan
Third
Housel.
thing, you need- absolutely, psychology of money.
Yeah.
Third thing you need to do is solve puzzles and build your calculation speeds for DILR. Fourth thing you need to do, and the last and most important thing you need to do, is write 30 full length tests before CAT. And one more thing, even if you're starting in the month of June, please start your test series immediately. Many times we delay the test series, we think we'll start in October. A lot of learning happens through the test series. So by July, every student should definitely start the test series. If you do these four things, definitely you can do really well in the CAT, score a 98 or a 99 in the CAT.
Wow, that's really wonderful. And you're saying the test series as in the mock test.
Absolutely. Full length
Okay.
mocks, full length mocks.
Okay. But many a times we see, like the first time walks when even I also gave it a time, we feel
Mm.
the percentile that we get at that time, it makes us a bit, you know, frightening to see initially. Yeah.
Definitely,
So that
definitely.
happens, right? That is common.
It is a natural part. Even if you meet a cat 100 percentiler like me, the
Yeah.
first mock he or she would have written in his preparation, he would have scored low. So it's a very natural thing to get a low score in your first mock. There
Mhm.
is no need to be scared. When you write your first mock, half your syllabus is not over. You're not fully prepared. You don't know how to attempt the paper properly. So the whole point of writing tests is to improve your attempt strategy, and it's very natural to get a low score in the first mock. And trust me, if you write 20-25 mock tests, you will definitely improve and
Definitely.
reach a 98. There's no
Definitely.
doubt
It's
about it.
about the consistency, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
डर के आगे
So,
बढ़ो. Don't be
correct.
scared. ठीक.
Right, right.
What else?
Thank you. Yeah. So also, like, many people or students, they feel IIMs are the only dream like they have when CAT comes into place. What do you think about NMAT, SNAP exam, right? Even there is Z. So NMAT for NMIM is Mumbai, even Bangalore also. Symbiosis Pune, Bangalore. So what do you think? Like, is it a great choice apart from CAT?
So it depends on what your opportunity cost is. Let us say you're already working a 10 lakh job. You already have a 10,
Hmm.
15 lakh job. Then maybe these are not such good choices. But
Correct.
let us say you are a fresher, you don't have a job, or you only have a 3 to 4 lakh job, and you haven't been able to clear CLAT even after writing it once. Then
Correct.
these are wonderful choices. Please
Wonderful.
understand,
Yeah.
your first college, your degree doesn't matter after the first job. Even
Yeah.
if you are from IIM Ahmedabad, IMI Delhi, or even any B school, four, it doesn't matter. What matters is how good you work. So all these are wonderful choices. If you are a beginner,
but
you
but
don't
it's a
have a
great
good,
start to your career,
absolutely.
right?
That is true. IIMs give a good start to your career. But
Mhm.
if you have tried CAT twice, you're not able to clear it. and
Yeah.
you feel this is not your deal, no harm in taking up Nursing Mumbai, SIBM, Pune. All these are wonderful colleges. A bit expensive, but
Yeah.
over a 5 to 10 year horizon, they will pay you off. There is no harm in that.
Correct. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. True. And also they have a good name. Yeah.
Definitely, Nursing Mumbai is a very good brand. Symbiosis is a
Yeah.
very good brand.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
these are very good brands. There's no harm.
Yeah. Also, a myth or people really feel getting into IIMs, do you have to be an engineer, or how do you decode that? Like,
False, false, false.
yeah, yeah,
Please understand. I'll just give you a simple example. Last year we had a GEM. You understand GEM, of course, Zacharias. GEM means
yeah, yeah.
General Engineer Male.
Correct.
He had 110 marks in CAT. 110 marks means around 99.7 percentile.
Yeah,
And there was another person who was a girl arts graduate, general
yeah,
category again, who had around 70, 75 marks in CAT. So the girl has scored 35 marks lesser than the boy. The boy is a male engineer, the girl is a
yeah.
female non engineer. The boy did not get calls, 99.7. He did not get calls from Ahmedabad. He did not get calls from Bangalore. He did not get a call from Calcutta, Lucknow. He did
Because
not
I
get a
think there
call
is a
from.
change with the diverse backgrounds that they need right
Absolutely.
now.
The girl converted Ahmedabad. So at IIMs,
Mm.
please understand non engineers are at an advantage. Non engineers, girls, all
Mm.
these people are at an advantage. If you are a non engineer, you can convert. If you are a lawyer, for example, you are a different category. A lawyer can get an Ahmedabad call even at 88, 90 percentile. An English graduate can get an Ahmedabad call at 94, 95 percentile. A doctor can get an Ahmedabad call at 88, 90 percentile. So please understand, non-engineers are at a huge advantage. So I would
Correct.
strongly recommend all non-engineers to write CAD. It's the game. It's rigged in your favor. That's what I will say for you.
But just one question I have, like, for the quant section or for the DI, is it somewhat an age for the engineers, something like that?
No, no. If you talk about engineering, engineers study higher maths in their engineering, trigonometry,
Yeah,
calculus, differentiation,
yeah. Calculus,
equations.
differentiation,
Uh,
yeah, integration.
that none of that really comes in CAT. What comes is 10th level topics from
Yeah,
arithmetic, geometry, and algebra.
true,
So
true.
yes, the algebra is difficult for a non-engineer. But if you are a non-engineer, even if you are an English graduate, arts graduate, psychology graduate, every
Yeah,
year there are 7, 8 arithmetic questions. These
correct.
arithmetic questions are what we learn up till 10th class. Even if
Mm.
you do six of them or seven of them right out of these 8 questions, you get 21 marks. You have a 97, 98 percentile in quant.
Wow.
So again, you have to play cleverly. You have to play to your strengths. If you play to your strengths, a non-engineer can definitely get into an old IIM without as much struggle as an engineer.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, really nice to know about the dynamics. Yeah. So, and many people also think, no, my past academics is like 65% I've got in my graduation. So now, will I get any calls from the top? Although they have a like specific eligibility, like the 60%, I think. So how is that? How does that past academics matter? Class 10, 12.
Past academics. Dekho, if you talk about, I will divide it into IIMs are divided into three categories: old IIMs, new IIMs, and BB IIMs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, apart from IIMs, there are business schools like FMS and XLRA, FMS Delhi and XLRA, which have an average salary of almost 30 lakhs.
Hmm.
IIFT and MDI, which have an average salary of almost 25 lakhs, and many other these schools. So, if you talk about old IIMs, frankly, if your academics are poor, it will be difficult to convert the old IIMs or even get a call from them if you have a
Hmm.
65% kind of marks in 10th or 12th. But you can
Right.
convert an FMS, you can convert an XLRA, you can convert an IFT and MDI. All
Definitely.
these are
And
wonderful
yeah,
colleges
and
and
these
these
are
are better
wonderful
than the new.
colleges.
These are
Yeah.
better than the new IIMs. If you talk about a college like
Correct.
XLRA or
Correct.
FMS, these are slightly below ABC, on par with Lucknow, and above
Correct.
Kozhikode and Indore. So these are wonderful colleges.
Definitely.
So
Definitely. One of
please, if
the
someone
prestigious
has poor
institutes.
academics,
Yeah.
hmm,
Yeah.
if
Prestigious
you're if you're
institutes. Yeah.
prestigious, if you're
Yeah.
poor academics, there is no need to be demotivated.
Hmm.
A new IIM may take you, an FMS, XLRA, IFT, MBA will be glad to take you. They'll give you a second chance.
Correct.
Don't old IIMs, it will be a bit difficult, and ABC will be difficult.
Even XIMB, this is also good, right?
Definitely, exam will also take you. if you have slightly poor
Yeah,
academics.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just want to know one more thing. Like, are IIMs, the tag always what the pressure, debt, and competition, and how are the new IIMs like IIM Jammu, Bodh Gaya, Kashipur even compared to joining these schools? If they ever like, suppose one has a confusion. Okay, I will get the IIM tag, like from the Bodh Gaya or be it like Kashipur also. But I see the placements scenario. If you see, like there are also new colleges, and there are colleges like SP Jain, IMI Delhi, even JBIMS. So these colleges are also pretty good. So,
Right,
uh,
right,
yeah.
absolutely.
So, what do you think, like on this part?
So if you talk about a new IIM like Kashipur, Trichy, Rohtak, these are wonderful colleges, but and they will raise you in the long term. But an SP Jain or a Jamnalal Bajaj or
Yeah,
even a IIT Delhi is definitely a better choice compared to these
yeah,
colleges. I don't mean any disrespect to these colleges. I'll
correct.
just give you a point in favor of these two colleges. Like I am Kashipur, I am Trichy.
Yeah.
So suppose there is a social value also of a degree. Let us say someone is an SP Jain pass out, and his father or his mother or in society nobody knows SP Jain as well. Even if you say
Mhm.
I'm Kashipur, even if
Yeah,
an SP Jain is maybe I will not use the word better, but
yeah, yeah, correct.
more
More
opportunities
name,
are there
yeah,
in SP. More opportunities are there in
yeah,
SP Jain than Kashipur. Still,
yeah,
the average person recognizes Kashipur more than an IIM more than an SP Jain, even if
correct.
it's an IIM both Gaya or a
Yeah,
Jammu.
yeah, absolutely.
So
The name
definitely
itself
IIMs
to
have a
the mind,
social
right?
capital. Absolutely, IIMs have a social capital that helps. But in the industry, the IIM tag is not a single tag. If you say I am A can be I am
Of course.
Ahmedabad also, I am
Yeah,
Amritsar also. And
correct.
Ahmedabad will be much more valued than Amritsar. So there is no
Yeah,
single IIM brand. A is a different brand, Bangalore is a different brand, Calcutta is a different brand.
correct.
So there is a difference. Again, it's your choice. Long term, maybe an
Definitely.
IIM brand carries more value. Short term, these colleges will definitely give you a greater advantage.
Hmm. Correct, correct. So you have like taught thousands and thousands of students, and what's one common mistake that 95% of aspirants make during the preparation? Is
This
it
is something which is a very good question.
yeah?
So, this is something I want every aspirant to really focus on.
Correct.
Please begin the test series in June, July. More 95% of aspirants delay the test series. They do not start till the month of October or November. This is very unwise.
Hmm.
If you start in June, July, trust me, you will get at least 10, 20 percentile more than if you start in October. So, strong advice
Right.
start the test series early. Even if you're starting late, even if your syllabus is not complete, start the test series. It's very helpful.
Correct, correct, correct. Really nice. And suppose, like, what is in your coaching, Anganit? So, after cracking, sorry, like not cracking exactly, after scoring a very good percentile in CAT, so do you also train for the GDPI on
Absolutely,
interviews?
absolutely, absolutely. We have one of the most exhaustive GDPI courses in the industry. Almost 90 hours of classes are there.
Because
Most
I've
coaching
heard
is
that this parameters are also really important in converting, right?
definitely, definitely, definitely. So GDPI is very important. We have known people who have had multiple calls and not converted them because they did not take GDPI seriously.
Oh,
So we offer almost 90 hours of classes for GDPI. Most institutes are in a hurry to start the next year's batches in the month of January, but we still give 80, 90 hours to a GDPI student because we want them to convert the calls and get into a good preschool, not just get a call and maybe not convert it. It's very important.
I remember taking that one-on-one mock interview. Yeah,
I
yeah,
must have been harsh on you. I'm so sorry
yeah.
for that. It was
No,
just
no,
to
no
toughen you
issues.
up. Don't take it too
Yeah,
high. I hope
yeah.
you didn't take it
No,
too hard.
no, no, no. Definitely really helped. Actually,
Go ahead.
yeah. So, have you ever met a student who has scored really good in CAT percentile and but still being rejected in most of the B schools?
Yes,
Like,
this happens. This happens. I can think of two, three cases in the past couple of years. So there was one guy who had 99.7 kind of score, and his problem was he would get nervous in the interviews. He would
okay.
start sweating in the interviews. Visibly, he would be nervous. Second thing about him, which was problematic, was he was a male engineer and he had a 2 year gap. So he
Oh,
had old AM calls, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore. If you're a non-engineer, a gap does not matter so much. But for a male engineer, firstly, he had a gap. Secondly, he was getting nervous. He could not convert any of his calls. In
But
fact, there
this
was
gap
another.
can be justified, right?
Definitely. Normally, I'll explain. If you are a non-engineer or a non-engineer, then gap does not matter that much. If you are a general engineer male,
Yeah.
I would strongly advise you not to take a gap. Gap doesn't strengthen the profile of a gem. Gems get a lot of harsh questioning if you have a gap. For a girl non-engineer, there is no problem. Last year, all we had three students in Ahmedabad from AnkGanit, our single center.
Yeah.
All three of them were non-engineers. All three of them had a gap. So gap does not matter that much for a non-engineer. For an engineer, it matters a bit more.
Yeah. All right. And I also feel, as you said, that the one who scores a top percentile and still getting nervous and so that means something. What do you say? Like, I feel with the preparation, with the CAT preparation, exercise or doing some meditation or something, exercise is also important, right? For handling
Definitely,
the stress.
definitely. All these things help. All these things definitely help. Meditation helps.
Cardio and all.
Visualization helps. Imagining the situation helps.
Yeah.
Appearing for mock interviews helps. A lot of things help.
Helps. Lot of things, yeah, to build more confidence. And Anganit has now mentored, thousands of CATM aspirants. What's been your core philosophy behind teaching, and how is your journey as a mentor? And I'm sure Anganit has also, made thousands of people to the top whistles of the country. And I was
Right.
also, I also got an opportunity to join
Right.
IIMI and for an MBA. And I'm also always thankful to you and Ankit sir
Thank you so
for
much.
all the support that you have given me.
Mhm.
So, how has been your journey? And like, can you just give your philosophy of teaching?
I'll just tell you two or three things which I really think have been my driving philosophy at Anganit. First thing is help each student maximize his potential. Now, every student does not have the potential to score a 99. That
Yeah,
does not mean we ignore him. We help that person reach his potential. If it's 98, 97, we help him reach there. 95, we help him reach there. That's the first thing. Second thing was we want that each student who joins us after 2 years, he or she is better after 1 year. He's better than when he started with us. We really want there is an improvement in the student and he or she really rises in his career. Third thing is, there are two kinds of students. First is those who have always done well, whose academic journey has been very consistent. They are strong academically. They've done really well. Who are always straight A students. Second, those are strugglers. They might have family
yeah,
problems. They might
correct.
have low marks in 10th or 12th. As a teacher, it's very satisfying when a struggler really does well. A
Mhm.
straight A student will take care of himself. He'll always do well, whether we
Yeah,
really mentor him or not. As a teacher, I really want that the strugglers should also really do well. That is where my
yeah.
entire focus
That
goes.
gives a lot of happiness, actually. Yeah,
Very much, a lot of happiness. That's the reason I joined this profession because I wanted to make a difference. And you
yeah,
asked me about my journey as a mentor. When I started my journey 10 years back, I was very harsh. I would scold students, shout at them, please shout at them for not giving book reviews. I would want
yeah,
them to really work hard. I'd force them to work hard. Nowadays, I don't push that much. I realize that these are adults. All these people who are with us, they're 21 years old, 22 years old, 23-year-old. They're
yeah.
adults who can vote, get married. So from
Mm.
being an enforcer, I've started to try to be an enabler. I don't scold as much as I encourage. I try to ensure that I give positive motivation. But
Yeah.
it doesn't work always, but you can't help
Mhm.
everybody. That's my
Definitely.
philosophy, how my philosophy has changed in the last 7, 8 years.
Yeah, yes. Really good to know about the transition. Yeah.
You must, I used to be a terror 10 years back. Now I'm not a terror, I hope.
Yeah. No, no, great, great. And so all these questions that I have. So, and one more question I have. So the thing is, reading books, it's not, it's very important, right? For the VARC section, right? So
Right.
if you see the CAT paper, a lot of things involves in the RCs like reading comprehensions. So what do you suggest? Like, we should at least read 10 to more than 10 books,
At least 10 non-fiction books if possible.
non-fiction.
As much as possible, at least 10 will really help.
Yeah, yeah.
So I will take the opportunity to tell you one book, one habit, and one life
Yeah.
skill every MBA should have. So
Yeah.
one book every MBA should really read this book uh, by a very famous psychologist called Robert Cialdini. The
Okay.
book's name is Influence. Influence is a book on persuasion, on persuading people to do things for you. For example, have you heard of Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett, the
Yeah. Yeah.
billionaire?
Yeah. Yeah. Of
So
course.
when he or his colleague read this book, they
Yes.
liked it so much. They gave shares worth millions to the authors for free. That is that influensive, impressive a book. It's called Influence by Robert
Influenced
Cialdini.
by
Robert
Robert.
Cialdini.
All right.
Robert Cialdini. It's a
Oh,
very interesting book.
interesting book.
Second thing I want
Definitely.
every MBA student, every MBA student, a habit everybody should have is prioritization. Now, all of us have different things going on in our life, different challenges, personal friend pay, professional friend pay. So, a 2 year MBA is actually a course in prioritization and time management. So, we should really develop those skills. That really helps us. Lastly, one life lesson I want to talk about. So, in life, many times people who are good, they are full of doubt, self doubt. But people who are foolish, they are full of confidence. So, one life lesson I
True.
want to
It
tell you is if
happens.
you are,
Happens.
it
Happens.
happens.
True.
One
True. And
life lesson
what
is
this statement also makes me realize when we think of a thing to do like we really want it, and we really try hard, and we
right.
get more nervous at that time. So
Absolutely.
when I
Absolutely.
started this podcast, I just started like
Very good.
that gives actually if I think what will I ask or something, it has a lot of things to doubt myself. So what I feel sometimes without thinking much, you just keep doing. I feel the result is more better actually, because
Absolutely. If you don't think
anxiety
and you
or
act, it's always
nervousness
better.
really bits anxiety or
It
nervousness
kills your,
even.
it kills
Yeah,
your, it
yeah,
kills
yeah.
your drive, kills your motivation.
True, true.
So you have made a point about how we should be try to do it. Think we should act more, think less. My
Yeah,
point is on similar lines. It's about confidence. Many
yeah.
times we lack confidence. So my simple mantra is fake it till you make it. If you fake your confidence, nobody really knows you are faking the confidence.
Hmm.
So faking the
Yeah,
confidence is as good as confidence. So
true,
in
true.
half the time, if you ever sit for a placement, summer placement, internship, be confident. Even if you are not absolutely right, being confident covers up. And faking that confidence till you develop that confidence is very essential. So, as managers, all of us are convincing people, and having that confidence is really helpful, even if we have to fake it.
Correct, correct, correct.
Got it?
And I'm really happy, like I've answered all my questions and queries so nicely. Thank you so much, sir, for your time, and for coming to my podcast, Unfiltered Journey. It's a privilege and an honor to
Thank you
have you.
so much, Zakaria, for
And
having me. I hope students can benefit from this.
yes, and I really wish all the best to Anganit, and you keep inspiring like students. And also, one thing that I always feel, this CAT preparation, okay, whether he has got into IIMs or in top B school, okay, even if he has got a mediocre B school, but the lessons that he learned throughout his preparation, that even I feel that it really helps in the MBA and also in course of your work, because that level of thinking, that level of optimization, the out of box thinking that you have, that you build in the course of time. So whether you crack or not, I feel that this it will not go in vain. It is really useful.
You're
You, you
absolutely
want
right.
to
It's all about the journey. The journey makes everything worth it. You're brilliant.
correct,
Thank you.
correct, correct, correct. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.